Hello and welcome to another episode of Paranormal United States. This is episode 41 and this is South Dakota. Over to you, Ash.
Yeah, so this one's South Dakota, and this has actually got a bit of our related history.
Well,
Us, like our personal history, is some of that in this episode, which is pretty cool.
go on, I'm interested.
So we are going to Deadwood,
Oh,
a
okay.
little town called Deadwood. You might have heard of it.
It rings a bell.
Quite a famous town. It was founded in 1876, and it has a population of around 1,500. Famed for its gold rush history.
Okay. Ooh.
As well as being part of the Wild West, where lawlessness and murders and revengeful murders were pretty common, including that of Wild Bill Hickok.
Okay.
Is that naming a bell? And its relation to poker?
Buffalo Bill is why do wow, I'm having a brain freeze, clearly. No.
Okay, so there's a poker hand called Dead Man's Hand.
Oh yes, yeah.
So he is a dead man. Killed by Jack McCall at saloon number 10 in Deadwood. Dead Man's Hand is two black aces, two black eights. Probably playing PLO, I think they were at the time.
That was a subtle connection to us. I was struggling. I was thinking, how's this gonna? Yeah, I see it completely now.
Dead Man's Hand, who was shot while playing poker and killed, and it's famous when you get aces and eights. Oh God, Dead Man's Hand, and that's his hand when he was shot and killed. He was a gunslinger.
Yeah,
very obviously nasty piece of work, and he's buried in the Mount Mona Cemetery, as well as that of Calamity Jane.
Okay.
Another quite a well-known name. So it's got quite an interesting and famed and troubled history. The Bullock Hotel in Deadwood belonged to Seth Bullock, Deadwood's first sheriff, who also owned a hardware store. After the hardware store burnt down in 1894, Bullock and his partner decided to build the Bullock Hotel, an Italianate-style hotel with a restaurant, large lobby with chandeliers, grand piano. So it's quite a luxurious hotel, especially for the time, and considering the place where it was. But Bullock did do quite a good job with his deputies, sort of tidying up the town a bit, trying to get rid of some of the lawlessness that was going on. Bullock died of cancer in the hotel in 1919, but according to many reports, he never left.
There we go.
And continues to play host at the hotel ever since.
Awesome.
Unsolved Mysteries actually did an episode at the Bullock Hotel back in the day.
Cool.
His tall, ghostly figure has been seen in various areas of the hotel, including the basement and the restaurant, where plates have been known to shake and fly off the tables, lights and appliances turn on and off by themselves, unseen hands move items, as well as water fixtures turning on their own.
Awesome.
One story tells of parents that couldn't find their young son. After frantically searching the hotel, they returned to the room to find the boy in the room, happy and healthy. He told them that he had gone to get a soda and gotten lost, but a nice man helped him find his room. When the family went to check out the next morning, the boy identified the helpful man by pointing at a portrait of Bullock in the lobby.
Oh, goodness me.
Of course. Many guests have also reported hearing their name called out by a male voice when no one's present, or even tapped on the shoulder by an unknown hand. Others have heard whistling, and many report the sounds of footsteps in the hallways when no one's there.
Oh.
In both the second and third floor rooms, guests have reported several strange occurrences, including anomalies appearing on photographs, alarm clocks that go off when they're unplugged, televisions that seemingly operate on their own, shadowy figures seen in rooms and hallways, and even an antique clock that's not worked in years chimes on its own accord.
Oh, wow.
So quite a lot going on in this hotel. And another hotel nearby is the Fairmont Hotel. This grand, beautiful building.
Yeah, nice.
Just there. And that's got its own creepy history. Previously a brothel and the saloon. Yeah. The building has seen more than its fair share of murders, suicide, and accidental self-inflicted gunshot deaths since it opened in 1895. The current owner, Ron Russo, said that when he bought the hotel in 1990, the previous owners warned him that he might not be comfortable inside the building, but wouldn't tell him what they had actually seen over the years.
Okay.
Ron also believes that it was the ghost of an angry man that caused him to have his first heart attack at the hotel.
Christ.
That's like a bit of a scary movie.
Yeah.
Starting like warning him about buying the hotel.
This says, had his first heart attack.
This implies he's had more than one.
Yeah.
But maybe they're caused by natural cause as well.
Yeah, maybe.
A ghost.
Maybe. Yeah. Otherwise, you would be seriously considering the second one. Probably best to leave. Wow.
Yeah. The ghost of Margaret Broadwater, a girl who worked upstairs, took her own life by jumping out of a third floor window. No one knows why she did it, but it's believed that she's possibly trying to hide up the fact that she was pregnant. Her ghost can be seen and heard lurking amongst the shadows of the hotel. And apparitions are very common in the hotel, especially on the third floor, where guests even feel the spirits pass by as they brush against their skin and hair. On one ghost tour of the building, a lot of these places all have ghost tours. You can go on and investigators go there. So there's one ghost tour at this hotel. There's a room with large windows in which the hookers would wave at passers-by, trying to entice them into the rooms. There was a guest felt something tickling her leg. Thinking it was a bug or a bit of material, she tried to swat it away, but there's nothing there. There's no bugs, no clothing, nothing hanging off the chair. But this tickling sensation continued, as if fabric was brushing back and forth against her calves. This continued until they left the room. She mentioned it to the tour guide afterwards, and she said it's a very common report they get, that people feel like there's something brushing against them when there's nothing there.
Weird.
So this image, you just look above right here.
Yeah.
This purports to show the ghost of a little boy in the corner.
Does look like a sort of child sort of figure, doesn't it?
So that's just one weird photo took. Could be, I mean, it's a photo, but just like there's something. Could be a young boy there.
Yeah.
Whilst this photo, that's said to be the apparition of a jealous boyfriend who, after shooting and killing a client of his girlfriend's, no type of client, he accidentally shot himself while escaping and died on the street outside the hotel.
He unalived himself.
He unalived himself. Accidentally. Numerous TV shows, like I said, have been investigating Deadwood, including Dead Files and Ghost Adventures. And there was a TV series called Deadwood, which is based around the lawlessness and some of the real people and real events which happened there, with a healthy dose of fiction thrown in, of course.
I've seen that, yeah. It's good.
So that is Deadwood.
Awesome.